Hello. We're going to start a small, I guess, series on the misilatyesharim. בלשון הסבן הצליח, we're doing these שיעורים לעילוי נשמת אבי מורי ורבי שלום בן ציונה ושמואל, שמותיהם עדן, that the people should, I guess, take from this a shir, I guess, an in-depth perspective of the classical work of the misilatyesharim. The misilatyesharim, of course, is written by Rav Chaim Zato, and we don't need to give an introduction. Those who have read other works of the Ramchal, Derech Hashem, and the like, already understand what is the awesome power of this Geon, of this Chacham. So again, we won't lengthen in introduction of the Mechaber, the author. However, we will note that, and it's been brought down in other Sfarim of the Ramchal, he doesn't waste any words, and every word that he puts on the page has a unique meaning, just like in Hebrew, not biblical, not spoken Hebrew that we speak today, but Torah Hebrew. If you look in the Hebrew of the text, biblical Hebrew, you might find that sometimes two words may in English seem to have the same meaning, a similar meaning. I guess we call them synonyms. They're similar words. However, in biblical Hebrew, there are no synonyms. Every word has its own unique concept that it's trying to portray and try to convey. Thus, it's incumbent upon the reader to have a firm understanding of the message. If not, then he'll just be reading certain words and thinking that you're getting a message, and really the depth of the message is escaping the eyes of the beholder, of the reader. So with that introduction, again, of course, the Gra said, the Gaon from Vilna, said that the Ramchal, of course, didn't waste any words. So that's the type of eyesight that we need when we're going to be presenting this shiur and going through it. I guess what we'll do is we're going to go word by word. We'll read it out, and we'll give the pshat, the simple idea that we should draw out from the words. Not so much as translation, because that you can just get in any of the books. There's English versions of the misilatyesharim, which again are encouraged. People should read it even in English. However, to get the true depth, one must see it in Hebrew. Without the Hebrew language, the letters, and those who again have studied with us before, you know that the letters themselves, like it says in Chazal, that Hashem built the world off these letters. So the combination of letters making certain words have an in-depth message behind them. So we will begin. Amar HaMechaber, the author says, החיבור הזה לא חיברתיו ללמד לבני האדם את אשר לא ידעו, אלא להזכיר להם את הידועה להם כבר ומפורסם אצלם פרסום גדול. So again, the simple explanation is that the author, the Ramchal, is saying again, and he begins it in a way that you see already his anava. He doesn't say the great and holy Ramchal says. No, he says Amar Mechaber, the author. Who is the author? I don't know. The author. So right away you see the humility of this great Geon Tzaddik. He says, why did I comprise this work? Why did I compile it? He says, because I wanted to remind people that which they know, that which is already Yadua, which is already known to them, and Kvar Mefursam, and it's already again, it's popular. It's a great idea. Again, just we're looking at the first line. So we did the first sentence. So again, we have to explain every sentence in its depth. Amar HaMechaber, if he's trying to make a humility statement, he could say Amar Sofer, the scribe, or just Amar, he said. What is the essence of the Ramchal starting this whole thing of this whole misilatyesharim with the words Amar HaMechaber? So just an idea is that the Mechaber that he's referring to is not himself, but rather HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And the reason he calls HaKadosh Baruch Hu God, the Mechaber, is because the word Mechaber in Hebrew means to unite, to bring two opposites together. Essentially, what he's saying is like this. The author, God says, why did I create this chibur, this unity between these two polar opposites, the soul and the body, the soul being the princess residing in her lofty palace, next to her father. She had no reason to come down, says the Ramchal in other Svarim. Why did God bring her down and unite her with the lowly, which is brought down in the Mefarshim? They call the body is the caveman. He's an animal, right? What was the purpose of this unity, of this shidduch, if we will? So he says, achibur hazeh, this unity, this combination of soul and body, lo chibartiv, I didn't just unite it for any stam reason, lelamed livnei ha'adam. Interesting that he says livnei ha'adam and not adam. Et asher lo yad'u, I didn't come to teach the soul that which it doesn't know, for the soul knows all. Like we know that when the soul is outside of the body, her sight can see, as it says, the Zohar brings down that Adam Rishon had sight that he was able to see from one end of the world to the other. The soul has no bounds. Again, there's many stories of we don't like to go. We go sometimes on tangents. We don't like to go on tangents, but sometimes we go on tangents. Rabbi Huda Rabbi Fataya, one of the great Mekubalim that came out of Iraq at the time of the Ben Ish Chai, he was a student of the Ben Ish Chai. He lives in Israel. So he has a different Sfarim. One sefer is called Minhat Yehuda, and in there he speaks about what was referred to as dibuk, that the Chachamim, the Mekubalim, it's called exorcism, I guess in English. Is exorcism. That's where the movies came out, Exorcist. And they would talk. They would have conversations with people who had a floating soul, as it's called, attached to them. These floating souls would hide and reside in the body of a person because they were running away from the demons, we'll call them. Again, it's not for now, but anyways, but he would have discussions, and these souls always could tell him things that the naked eye couldn't see. They would tell him stories and things that were not that a physical limited eye couldn't see. So the soul knows all. So it's not to remind her. It's not to teach her. Excuse me, not to remind her, teach her what she doesn't know. Rather to remind her that which she knows and is already mefursam. So if it's mefursam, means that it is galui. It's revealed. Etzlam pirsum gadol. Again, he uses the double language. He says it's gvar. It's gvar. Hayadu lahem gvar. So it's already known to them. Umefursam, and it's popular. It's known. It's galui. Okay, it's revealed. So let's stop there. Why is he said? Then it goes again. It says the pirsum gadol. It's great. It's a big revelation. So perhaps we can understand that he's talking about two levels. There's an idea that the soul knows. Yes, the soul has her knowledge that she's a chelek Elokai mimal. But the one thing that she doesn't have is, as a soul, she cannot be a tzelem Elokim. She cannot be a mirror image of godly nature, which is what's the one thing that God is described as. Again, we don't ascribe to God any description, because as the Rambam says, any description itself would already be a detachment from God's whole greatness. But in our language, we call him the ultimate giver. Now, how can the soul be the ultimate giver? So if you look in the Gemara and Brachot, I don't remember what Amud it is. It refers to 5 things that the soul relates to godliness. Right. That one of the things is just as God is hidden, so is the soul hidden. This is as if you hold on one moment, we'll try to find it actually in the Gemara, and it's worth seeing. One moment, we're just going to try to find this quickly in the Gemara. It's Gemara Brachot. One moment. I think it was you, but let's see. It was 10A or 10B. Let's see. Okay, here it is. Yeah, it is on 10A. 10A, Yud Amud Aleph, and it says like this. See where the part starts. So the Gemara is discussing what is the meaning of the five Barchi Nafshis David Melech composed. Excuse me. Five Barchi Nafshi. Barchi Nafshi literally means bless my soul. Actually, they have it written down here. This is actually in the art scroll. If anyone's looking in the art scroll in the Gemara Berachot, it's 10a4. Note 47 says, these are the five verses cited in the Gemara that discusses the five worlds. They are found in Psalms 103, 1, 2, and 22. So in Kuf Gimel, Pasuk Aleph, Kuf Gimel, Pasuk Bet, and Kuf Gimel, Pasuk Chav Bet. Okay. And also in 104, which is Kuf Daled, Pasuk Aleph, and Pasuk Lamed Hey. Okay, so those are the five places where it says the words Barchi Nafshi. So the Gemara asks, to whom is Barchi Nafshi attributed? So it says, the Gemara answers, Lo Ammaran Ela Keneged Kosh Baruch Hu Ukeneged Neshama. David HaMelech was composing these words Barchi Nafshi to attribute them to similarities between the soul and God. So now they're going to say the similarities. Ma Kadosh Baruch Hu Male Kol Ha'olam. Just like Kadosh Baruch Hu fills the entire world. There's no space. There's no vacancy with Kadosh Baruch Hu. So it says the Gemara, Af Neshama Mele'a et Kol Haguf. So too the Neshama fills the entire body. Furthermore, that was one thing. Ma Kadosh Baruch Hu Ro'eh ve'eino nira. Just like Kadosh Baruch Hu sees and is not seen, right? He created the Olam of Elim. He created the world of hiddenness. So he runs it, but no one knows who he is. So too, Afa Neshama Ro'a ve'eino niret. So too, the Neshama sees, but she is not seen. She is not detected. Gemara goes on further. It's two things. Ma Kadosh Baruch Hu zanet kol ha'olam kulo. Just like Kadosh Baruch Hu nourishes the entire world. Af neshama zanet kol haguf. So too the neshama is the battery. She is the life source, the zan, the nourishment of the entire body. Of course, we know after person's neshama after 120 years leaves him or her, the guf is what's called a pegarmet. It's called just a dead. It's a dead carcass. It's a physicality. It has no life source to it. Furthermore, Ma Kadosh Baruch Hu tahor, af neshama tehora, just like a God is pure.